Welcome to the TeamFourStar Podcast. I'm Kaiser Neko.
I'm Lenny Pator.
And I'm Takahata 101.
Nobody cares.
Oh God, it has been a while.
It's been months, I think.
It has been summer, I believe.
Yeah, no excuse.
It's too hot to podcast.
I think there are some excuses in there. We've been busy.
Yes, we legitimately got kind of swamped with cons. If we weren't
cons and
people will be so sympathetic with us.
Yeah,
I know,
cons
right?
And we got episodes. We got episodes out there.
Yeah, if we weren't at cons, we were working on episodes.
These podcasts, unfortunately, they're in a lower tier when it comes to priority.
Yeah, like they kind of take back seat to actual content. So.
But either way, welcome back, guys. Been a hell of a summer.
It's been hot as balls.
Not that we haven't talked to each other since then, but
I don't know.
It's been a summer, and we've had quite a few things going on. Probably start off with some of our convention talk, since that's
why you tune in.
Yeah,
that's obviously why you tune in.
We went to Texas.
Yeah, we did go to Texas.
Texas was fun. Had a lot of fun at A-Kon.
I love A-Kon. It's got so many people, so much to do. I love the atmosphere there, actually.
It's easily the biggest con we go to. Like, as far as, as many people show up, it's one of the oldest conventions in the country, isn't it? Like,
yeah, actually,
either second oldest or the oldest.
I think next year's their 25th anniversary, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think A-Kon is currently the oldest anime con.
No, I think one outdates it.
The oldest continually running anime-based convention in North America.
I think he just did his research there, so I got to take his word for it. Either way, it's a lot of fun to go down there. It's so big. There are so many people that show up.
Not to mention, we've got friends over in Dallas, so we get to see them too, which is so much fun.
It's a lot of fun hanging out down there, and it's always a huge system shock when you're going down for the convention, and you just see the line, and it's insane.
The lines at A-Kon.
I remember the Saturday trying to get down to Dealer's Hall. It's like, oh crap, and it was like moving at like an inch pace through this like quarter-mile hallway.
Oh, man.
Ridiculous. Luckily, we did have the guest badges, so we could just go around, which was
we are part of the bourgeoisie.
We are the bourgeoisie.
We are the 1%. Woo!
But yeah,
more champagne, sir. Yes, thank you very much.
Texas was a lot of fun. Got to see Mr. Sabbath again. That was a little fun. Not for long. He wasn't actually at the con.
Yeah,
but he's always a great guy.
Yeah, Sabbath's a fun dude.
Ran into Mr. General Ivan. Fun dude as well.
Dude, Ivan's always fun to hang out with. He's such a kooky dude.
Yeah.
And we also saw Gan Xingba because he lives in Dos Dallas.
At the moment. Going to their video game school.
Making their video games.
He's learning how to become a video game developer. But I don't think he'll really make it to the certain tier, which is blowing up at people on Twitter. That's the true mark of a game developer is when you snap.
Yeah. That's what you call quality control. Then a couple weeks after that, we were over in your home, Taka.
Yeah, you guys came all the way up to Vancouver, Canada, to Anime Evolution.
Yeah.
Where you guys were experiencing probably the worst heat wave, I think you guys...
Only on the Monday after. Like, the other days were hot, but they weren't...
I will apologize for not having AC only so many times.
It was hot up there, man. And not to mention, your room, like the room they gave you was fine, Taka, because it was facing the sea, and you got all that sea breeze coming in. My room was like the land side, and it was just like all the heat was trapped in there.
It's because you're full of so much hot air, Lanny.
Yeah, it was it was a hot con, but it was fun. I mean, it was a rebuilding year. That was the first year back in how many years?
A couple of years.
It had a fairly good turnout. Good to see a lot of people that we met a few years back. Scott McNeil randomly shows up.
Yeah, Scott McNeil does that at freaking Vancouver conventions. He'll appear out of nowhere.
He was cool. We noticed him after the whatever it was, the guest dinner, and he was just kind of standing. He just kind of showed up, and we had a little bit of a talk with him outside.
Yeah,
cool. Met up with old friends, met some new friends.
Got drunk as crap, or I guess that was just me.
Yeah.
You imbibed a few after the after party.
Yes, you did. And I was driving, so I had to have one drink.
Sorry, Taka.
My sister was down there.
Yeah, it was nice meeting her.
Oh, I love her. She is so much fun.
My sister is a.
How is she your sister?
Well, what was that?
How is she, your sister? She's
She's going. How is she? She's doing good. She's going back to school.
No.
No, how is she your sister?
She your sister? Because she's so nice and cool and talented.
I am too. You guys are just bitter.
I got to see Monsters University while we were down there. That was fun.
That was fun.
Absolutely. You just like it because it was the first time during the day you were in an AC building.
Oh my God, I know.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that was actually that was pretty fantastic just to be in somewhere with degrees below 90.
That's 90 Fahrenheit. If it were 90 Celsius, everything would be on fire.
Yup. Not that it didn't feel like that sometimes.
Oh God. First time met Howard to Exorcist.
Yes, indeed.
Cool guy. He kicked ass at that walk-off tournament. Dressed up as Jackie Chan.
They're doing another one this week, and I will not be going to. But apparently, he's like one of the guards for the thing, so he's going to be wearing his championship belt the whole time.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Yes, indeed. The funny thing about that is, like, I remember the year before we were doing the Final Fantasy Fight Tournament, which was a 3-man team where I dressed up as Gary Oak, my sister dressed up as the Pyro, and he dressed up as Jackie Chan. We did a team meme. We won the tournament, but like he stole the show as Jackie Chan without a shadow of a doubt, and he didn't actually know if he wanted to do the walk-off again. And he didn't know if he wanted to go as Jackie Chan. I was like, dude, go as Jackie Chan. And I pretty much had to pep talk him into doing it. And he did it. He killed it.
He dominated that.
He did. He won after the first round. He won the whole fucking tournament.
Oh my God. It was insane. I mean, the judges scored it on like 1 to 10. I think he must have averaged a 9.75 out of all of his rounds.
Yeah, he won the whole damn tournament.
And then I was busy doing other things after that, but you went along and went back to Kineticon.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, that.
Because you were busy doing other things, so...
Fuck everything. We saw Pacific Rim with a bunch of anime nerds on during that convention. And that was a great experience because we watched Pacific Rim. And after the movie, Kaiser was sitting right beside me. A Gendo from Evangelion cosplayer turned around in the row in front of us and went, I liked it, but it needed more childhood trauma.
That's great.
The amount of childhood trauma was only one character. We need at least 3.
How was the convention, though?
Oh, gosh. Kineticon was so much fun. Like...
Oh, Lan, let me tell you about the convention you weren't at. It was amazing.
So much better than those other 2 conventions you were at.
Oh, you know what's great?
What's that?
Having a microphone. Oh, I'm kidding, buddy.
Only.
No, I honestly didn't get it. What was that?
Oh, I was just saying, because you're usually holding a mic in your hand. The wireless mic is usually in your hand. Me and Kaiser usually got the wired mic.
That's because I'm always off to the side with the computer setting things up.
I know. Greedy. Much? But no, it was a good convention. We went to a bunch of Doug's panels. We actually ended up hanging out with Doug a bunch during the weekend, too.
Yeah, Doug's a great guy.
A lot of fun. We landed, and we were told we had a surprise panel we were on.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Oh, after last year, I can only imagine.
It was the 50 Shades Darker Card Games Against Humanity featuring TeamFourStar and John St. John, who showed up drunk, naturally.
Was he drunk? We have no...
Oh, he was John St. John sober, so he was like normal person drunk.
Okay.
Now, the big thing we got to understand is we went there, and Dumb was just hanging out with us. We invited him onto the panel, too, and so it was all 5 of us on stage playing Cards Against Humanity in funny voices, and it was so much fun. I can't even go over how much fun it is. Got to meet guys, what'd you think of the panel?
I kicked your asses, that's what I think.
Oh, I know, we mocked you for it publicly.
Well, mocked me for it publicly, as in freaking John St. John dumped a cup of water on my head.
That story reminds me a lot of like the first time we all met at Youmacon and we were playing the card game from Inglourious Bastards with like Doug and Linkara.
That is still one of my favorite memories, like from a con.
That was one of the first times we ever met. It was like really surreal and it was awesome.
Everything happened so quickly then too. It's like before we knew it, we're sitting around with a couple of other quote unquote internet heavyweights, and suddenly it was fun.
It's just shooting the shit and having fun. And God, that's memories. That was almost 5 years ago.
Oh, I know, right? Wow.
This year's gonna be our 5th Youmacon.
No, it was almost 4 years ago.
No, 5.
Yeah,
2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5.
Yeah.
No, there's 4 year. There's 5 conventions, but there's a 4 year gap in between.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay. To be fair, almost 4 years ago. This is
this will be our 5th Youmacon. Yeah.
There you go. There we go.
Yeah. Good point.
No, and the big thing about Kineticon, which I really enjoyed, was all the different like web comickers who were there. We got to meet. We got to hang out with manly guys doing manly things. We got to hang out with the guy who makes fanboys. Got to meet Awkward Zombie, the guy who does Ronnie. I got to meet Marble Hornets. You guys were there with me too. We got to meet Marble Hornets and hang out with them for a bit.
Yeah, really I got to meet the people who make Batman Spider-Man.
I like how you say we got to meet, and then you say the title of the thing they make.
I don't know their names. I know their work.
Yeah, to be fair, remembering all those names.
I understand that, but it's funny. It's like you say, I got to meet manly guys doing manly things. It sounds weird.
Well, I did. We also did hang out with Miss Kelly Turnbull, who was absolutely amazing.
She's awesome. I remember her from 2 years ago.
She's the one that does manly guys doing manly things.
Yes. I'm saying for those who don't know my name. I burped.
She missed you.
Bravo.
She missed you.
Aw.
Also got to hang out with Scott DeWitt of Fanboys. He is a nice guy. Quiet, but nice.
Very quiet, unassuming, innocent.
Like, he didn't drink much at all. He was pretty easygoing.
Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you guys had a good time over there.
We're not done talking about how amazing it was, Lanny.
Okay, I'm going to go have a drink.
But yeah, so that's basically the convention breakdown. They were a lot of fun. Get to hang out with a whole lot of people at that one, which was spectacular because that's also the best part about cons for us is just to meet people and hang out.
Oh, and Katie and John were there too, and Uncle Yo. God, there's so many people that.
It was nice. It was nice to really get to know Mr. Yo.
Oh, he's such a chill dude. I really like the guys working.
He's pretty funny too. I'd never actually seen his stand-up. Like, I usually don't pay attention to anime stand-up, mostly because it's usually
I wouldn't even pay that as anime. That's just general geek stand-up. It was actually quite well done, I found.
Yeah, it was general geek stand-up. It was very funny. He's got good timing and
a clever dude.
Yes.
Yeah, but moving on to the meat of the conversation, we've released 2 episodes since the last podcast, if I am correct.
Which is pretty remarkable because we were like doing 2 podcasts per episode.
At one point, so now it's the inverse. We got 2 episodes for this podcast, and I'm not sure which is better.
I'm not gonna lie. I gotta say both of them are pretty awful episodes.
I'm not saying. Yeah, never mind.
Well, why they're bad is because they lack a certain Canadian's voice acting.
Yeah. Oh man,
it needs more Ant.
Antfish was not in those episodes. As well as me. But hey. Yeah.
Actually, no. I think Antfish was in 35.
There we go.
Yeah, he was in 35.
Yeah, Taki, you weren't.
Yeah.
I think the last episode you were in was 34 as Tom of the Cat.
Yeah. I remember when I was in everything.
I remember when I was in everything too. Oh wait.
Next year will be the year of me.
Though I think it's funny. I think I've been in almost every episode. Usually I just sneak myself in like whenever we need a side.
No, that's Lanny. Lanny's been in every single episode.
Lanny has been.
I definitely
Krillin has been in every episode.
Yeah.
God, Krillin has been in every episode.
Yeah, I can't think of a single episode that's not going to have Lanny in it.
Neither can I off the top of my head. I mean,
Otherworld tournament, no Lanny.
Otherworld possible.
Yay, no Lanny at all, Kaiser. High five, Kaiser. Yeah.
Otherworld until I weasel my way into one of the characters.
Nope, they're all going General Ivan.
General Ivan's playing everyone.
General Ivan as Otherworld.
Yep.
Of the 2, obviously my favorite would be 36 for pretty easily identifiable reasons.
Well, to be fair, 36 I'd say is the better of the 2 episodes.
God, not that 35 was
not
bad.
That 35 was bad, but I'm gonna be totally honest. The second half of 36 was so much fun, especially for me because I went balls crazy with the sound design in that one, and I was just like, all the mechanical movements, all the like big hits, and
oh man, one thing that's been really fun before we move on too far with this is I gotta say this General Ivan's Dr. Giro. Oh yeah, I was about to say it. Oh, yes, General Ivan's Dr. Giro has been anything if not ethereal to listen to.
Don't know if you know what those words mean.
Ethereal works for that voice.
Okay.
That performance.
It's definitely got a lot of mood to it. It's very gets under your skin.
And I remember it took us forever to figure out who we were going to cast as Giro.
Yeah, because
we went through audition process after audition process with varying people, and it was
because these characters are just so
different.
They are very different. You want to make sure that they're accurately cast. The hardest character to cast was actually 19.
Yeah. I guess.
Actually, that was a little bit difficult because finding an actual text-to-speech program nowadays that you can understand can be kind of difficult.
I was surprised that you couldn't just download, Microsoft Sam. Like, I'm surprised that doesn't exist.
Microsoft Sam stopped being a thing.
And I'm surprised nobody's, made something. Like, made a backup of it or coded something like that. It's crazy.
I know, right?
We spent, the better part of a week looking for one until we finally found one that we could settle for. And it didn't turn out bad.
It really works. I love how people keep going, who's playing Android 19? He sounds really good.
There are people who legitimately don't know that that's just a text-to-speech program, which is funny. It's very funny to me. Although it was a little bit difficult because there were times where I'm like, okay, and now he'll need to, yell something. And it's like, oh, shoot, I cannot elongate any of the syllables. They're all just bam, 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 bam.
Yeah. Like the I can see the future. You actually had me record that.
Yeah.
Or he can see the future. That's what it was. Or they. Whatever. It was one of those.
It was something in the
words.
Future. 35, 36 is a lot of fun, but 35 also had, we finally got to make a real joke out of Cat Loves Food, which makes me happy as somebody who grew up with that dub.
Yeah, and just to hear the actual song, it's a lot of fun to have something like that downloadable. But we love doing those little extra media things that we can throw out there when it comes to episodes. It was Ein that did the music for that, right? Like the background music?
I didn't do the music for that one. It's something from Immediate Music, actually. It's just some stock music.
Okay.
Ein's working on other things in secret for us.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
It's just whenever I hear something like that, I always assume, Ein must have thrown something together real quick, because Ein is a badass like that.
Yeah, Ein's super talented.
When it comes to the music and stuff. Not when it comes to playing League of Legends.
What is League of Legends? I've never heard of it before.
It has been so long since any of us have played. Kaiser, I know that's to your benefit and probably to you as well, Taka.
I tend to rage in League of Legends a little bit, so I kind of had to cut it out of my diet.
I miss it a little, but I don't play it unless I'm playing with friends.
I only miss it because I liked playing a game with you guys, but otherwise,
If you didn't power level in Borderlands 2, we could have played that game, but hey, if you want to go be that a-hole who just gets to level 6...
It is an insane time sink. So,
well, to be fair, if you guys wanted to play more Borderlands, I could start another character. Not to mention, there are still raid bosses that I haven't been able to touch because I'm basically.
We have to get to that. We have to get that level. We haven't gone to true Vault Hunter mode yet.
It's true.
One of my characters can. But speaking of Borderlands, I know this isn't really on the docket.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I mean, hell, it should be. It is a part of.
Yeah, it's a segue, and you know how I like doing those. Taka, you and I just started the Two Saiyans play of Borderlands 2.
Yes, I'm actually very excited about this, mostly because Borderlands 2 has a great sense of humor, which I think Vegeta could bounce off of. Really.
Something in those Let's Plays have to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's something that it was a conversation that started a while back. People were asking if we'd do Borderlands 2 as just a normal Let's Play. Then we brought up the fact of maybe we can do it as a Two Saiyans play at A-Kon, and that went over really well with the crowd. So
and then the crowd asked if Merrick could come play it as well, and we're like, okay. So I have no idea. Well, we have no idea if that'll happen. If that's a thing, maybe in the future, and he joins the game for 15 minutes, and then Vegeta
gets shot.
Am I helping out? God damn it!
You keep throwing grenades in the middle of us. I don't know, but it's a lot of fun so far. We've gotten a bit of recording done on it. We'll continue it as far as it goes.
Had some audio issues, but luckily we were able to iron those out a little bit.
Hopefully, it won't be an issue with future recordings.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've been busy. A little.
Anything important?
Just getting engaged to the love of
I did it first. I'm more important.
No, you got engaged. You got proposed to. There's a difference.
Shut up.
I have a question.
What's that, Taka?
Is whoever the gayest, do they get an extra 5 dicks in their mouth?
TeamFourStar Podcast. It wouldn't be a TeamFourStar Podcast without at least one gay joke. Keep it classy, Takahata 101.
But no, Seriously, who gets the 5 dicks in their mouth, and what am I supposed to do with all these dicks?
I don't know. So yeah, I got engaged, proposed to Erica down at Walt Disney World, and then an internet meme came out of it. So that's fun.
I think that's like the gayest place to propose to somebody.
Yeah, well, you know what? F you. I think it's pretty gay to get proposed to in somebody's living room. How about that?
I think the gay part about me getting proposed to was the fact that, well, I was proposed to by a guy. So,
that's pretty gay.
know.
Someday I hope I can be proposed to. What?
But it was a great time. It was our 5th year anniversary. I wanted to make it special, obviously. She'd been talking about Disney forever, so that's where we went, and that's where I did it.
There's a thing for Walt Disney, eh?
Well, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you, Taka.
No problem. But no, let's talk more about your picture, though, that came from that.
Oh, God.
Yes. That was fun.
And even on one of your biggest moments in your life, you can't get away from the internet, and the internet can't get away from you, it seems.
That's
Apparently
pretty
not.
impressive, actually.
I was surprised. First, they used my scream from a review of Final Fantasy Unlimited as the voice of Rage Face. And then I proposed to my girlfriend, and some guy walks in the way, and now that guy's a meme. It was weird. When we saw the pictures, here's how the Disney Photo Pass works. Basically, you go around with this card to their photographers. They scan it, and it all goes online, so you can buy them later. I went to look at the pictures when we got back from Disney. And another thing they do is they always intersect their own little character pictures in there as well. Like, you know, so you got, like, Mickey standing in front of the castle. And I get to finally the shots that I care about, you know, the ones where I'm proposing, because those are the ones that I intended to buy. And the first shot where I get down on my knee, that guy's in the way. And then there are like 10 shots of different characters in the same position. I'm like, no, that is not the only one. Fuck you. So I'm clicking through these pictures, and finally I find some good ones. I'm like, oh, thank God. And then I can see the humor, and I'm like, hey, honey, you want to post this somewhere? Like, the instant Eric and I saw it, like, we thought that the internet would like it, so she posted it to Reddit, which I can't speak enough that I am not the one that posted this. I am not OP for that one. I don't do Reddit that much, despite the fact I did an AMA a little later. But she posted it. I went to bed. She stayed up for a while, or I woke her up accidentally while going to bed, one of the two. And I get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and she's sitting there on the computer, and she says, "Oh, we're on the first play. We're on the second thing on the front page of Reddit." And I'm like, "Oh, that's neat." I go to the bathroom. I walk back. Wait a minute, that's pretty big, isn't it? And then the next morning, we're getting contacted by NBC, ABC, Fox.
Did you tell them to check out the Borderlands 2 Let's Play?
I did plug our stuff, but they never used it. Jerks. But it was weird. Oh, and there's like a Japanese talk show that's been trying to contact Erica about like getting us on there through Skype.
What?
Yeah, a Japanese talk show has been contacting Erica, like saying, "Oh, would you be available for a Skype conversation about this thing, etc." It's weird. So I'm gonna be on one of those.
Can't even get away from Japan?
No, I can't even get away from Japan. I'm gonna be on one of those shows where the people's heads are in the corner.
Oh God.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
I've been up to squat lately. Like, I really don't have much to report. Like, it's all
aside from finishing 36.
Yeah, I've been working on episodes
and helping me fix my audio issues.
Yeah, and a bunch of personal stuff, but that's all like
like my top secret thing I'm gonna be posting soon.
Dun 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 dun.
That top secret thing.
Oh yeah, that top secret. Where are we posting that? Maybe today or tomorrow? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Or maybe it's already been posted by the time you've heard this. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to be today, then it would have been posted before this goes out, because this needs to be on, etc.
It's true. Now, here's the thing. Kaiser's also. I'm working on I actually did a bunch of recordings, and I'm probably do some more. But I'm doing like a creature sound effect reel.
Oh yeah, I think Kaiser told me that he was working on that a little earlier. Hey, Kaiser, you want to throw a little sample in here right about here? And there you go. People just heard your character, your creatures. You know,
it's weird because when I do that at work behind my coworkers and they're not paying attention, they just don't appreciate it. I'm almost all caught up with Doctor Who.
So Taka's joining the Fandom? I can't. I can't say anything. I've watched all the way up to where they are now. So.
It's the perfect amount of cheese and charm at the same time.
There's got to be a lot of charm to pull off that amount of cheese.
The way I compare it is I say it's like to people who really like Power Rangers still and all that, like, you know, what is it called? Sentai stuff?
Kind of. It's more grown up than that.
I compare it to that because, like, it's a kid's show in England, right?
Which is bizarre with how much death happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, a lot of the death that happens is pretty PG death.
I'd say so, but sometimes, well, not. I mean, like when they got to the two-parter for the Cybermen.
Yeah, try not to give away any spoilers for people who might be watching now.
No, I'll just say there's some imagery that is even kids can be imaginative and understand what the fuck's what's happening to a lot of people. So
yeah.
Oh, so messed up, BBC. And the sound effects. Thank you, BBC for that.
Guys, I see that you've written down some things about 2 new DBZ games here, Battle of Z and J-Star's Victory Versus.
Yeah, we won't talk too much about them, and considering, you know, you guys aren't as up to speed as I am.
I've seen a trailer for the J-Stars Victory thing. It looks interesting, but I don't know. Is it actually just going to be a one-on-one fighting thing, or is it kind of going to be like a Smash Brothers-esque?
It looks like, well, it's definitely not going to be. It looks like it's going to be like 4 players. I mean, considering, I think it is. I've seen a trailer or two. I'm pretty sure that it's like up to 4 people. Especially if you're going to have something like Battle Royale like this, it would make sense that you could have multiple people. Not just 2, but yeah, it's kind of like the Shonen Jump Superstars game, but you know, for consoles, and instead of a 2D perspective, it's more like third person. And yeah, it's got Goku. Funny enough, in the trailer they call him Goku Son because Son is his family name. Because in Japan they call him Son Goku because, you know,
say the last name first.
So in here it's Goku Son because they, for some reason, and I don't know why.
Translated to English.
Yeah, and they say Naruto Uzumaki and Ichigo Kurosaki when they usually say Kurosaki Ichigo and Uzumaki Naruto.
No, they never say that way. They say Kurosaki Ichigo.
Yeah,
they say it with disdain, guys.
There also wouldn't be a Team 4-Star podcast if Taka weren't trying to butcher Japanese.
I said the man's name exactly.
But yeah, so J-Stars looks like
you know what it is, Kaiser.
J-Stars looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It's got a weird name, J-Stars Victory Versus.
Because that's going to market well in America.
Yeah, it's like it'll ever get to America. That's the problem with these crossover games. You can't, like...
I actually heard that it was going to be for the, like, you know, the PlayStation Network downloadable, like, region free.
Ooh, really? That would be... Well, then it's probably not going to get dubbed, though.
I doubt it, yeah, if it's just going to the PlayStation Network.
But then you also have the new, like, Z game, Battle of Z, which basically just looks like Zenkai Battle Royale with Raging Blast graphics. Which is kind of crappy because I don't understand why they don't just give us Zenkai Battle Royale. I mean, it's been out for forever. They keep adding new characters. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's just it wouldn't sell here. Wait, it would. Yeah, I'm confused.
Wait, a good Dragon Ball Z game? Oh, no, that won't sell.
It does look like it's good, though. It looks so different. Like, every character has got different movesets. I mean, damn, Mr. Satan plays incredibly different from everyone else.
It kind of reminds me back when the Yu Yu Hakusho game came out. There were 2 Yu Yu Hakusho games. America got the crappy one.
But yeah, so Battle of Z, I don't know. It's probably not going to be good. Not going to lie. I mean, it's got a bunch of what-if scenarios, and God knows I love that. But the last couple of Dragon Ball Z games have been heaping piles of shit. So...
Yeah, Ultimate Tenkaichi, I will never forgive that create-a-player story mode. That was terrible.
I mean, it's unfortunate because they just don't care anymore. They have just stopped caring about quality control.
People will buy Dragon Ball Z. Throw it out!
And that's not true because the sales have been declining and declining.
They need to make Dynasty Warriors Dragon Ball.
Oh my god, I would love that.
Dude, that would actually be super amazing. I mean...
Could you imagine a mission where you're Nappa and Vegeta and you just have to blow up the town.
Yeah, that actually would be really violent and inappropriate.
But awesome.
Yeah. Show you my moves.
Here's the thing. Just make a story mode where Dr. Gero made an army of androids, and bam!
Didn't they do that with, God, what was it? I swear to God, there was a game for the PS2 where you were literally running around and fighting androids.
Oh, I think that was Attack of the Snow.
No, it was
Saiyan Invasion or something?
I don't even know if it had the word Saiyan in it, but you could choose like Goku, Vegeta, or Trunks, or something like that. And it had like the worst fighting mechanic when you got to the bosses. You had to like hit them, and then you had to like find a way to power up, and then you could go up to Super Saiyan 2, and only then could you hurt him.
Sagas.
That was it. That was the piece of shit.
Oh man, Sagas was awful.
Now imagine that, only Dynasty Warriors. I don't know. I mean, it worked with Gundam, but then again, Gundam,
worked with Gundam. It worked with One Piece. I mean, they work. I mean, they're the same fucking games.
What about Kenshiro? Not Kenshiro.
Oh god. Okay, yeah, that one was awful for different reasons. That was rushed and just poor.
Guys, will it be better with Kinect?
I mean, the Kinect is such a revolutionary device, and it's so innovative.
Oh man, E3 was the best comedy show of this year, without a doubt. I was laughing the whole time.
It's amazing how much backstepping Microsoft has done in the meantime, which they've...
Backstepping? They're doing backflips.
Yo, guys, check it. The creators of the 360 just did a 180, and all the fans are doing a 360.
What?
Yeah. Or 90, because they're walking away. Damn it!
The only excuses I have is I've been digging through our mailbag, and so I got a few questions here for us. That's my segue. That's a terrible segue. Hey, I have been digging through the mailbag. That is my excuse for that segue.
In several countries now because of you.
That is not going to translate well to your recording.
No, it is not. It was just a bunch of shouting. Okay, so yes, we have a mailbag thing that we do. I have done.
We started it last time, and we said, "Hey, message us with your mailbag questions," and then we didn't do a podcast for 2 or 3 months. So
we got a lot of questions, right?
I have been collecting them, and I will do quite a few of these.
All right, cool. Let's do this.
Question 1. Will you ever be willing to show up at a con cosplaying your voiced characters from DBZA?
I would honestly love to see Lanny dressed up with Mr. Popo with blackface and red lips.
That just reminds me of Melbourne.
Yeah, in the middle of Detroit, we'll do that. Let's do that one at Youmacon.
Love to see guys dressed up as Gregory in a to scale outfit.
I actually went as Trunks for Halloween once.
I want pictures really badly.
I don't think they exist, and if they did, you would never see them.
So I guess the answer to that question would be, I don't know, maybe.
If somebody wanted to pay for the outfits, sure.
Yeah, that's a bit of a...
I would go with, if someone can build the full Cell outfit, I'll go with Cell, walk around just yelling shit.
If I can get a good Saiyan armor like those guys at Kineticon last year had, I'd wear that shit and do Vegeta. Next question. Do you guys plan on making any more Let's Plays? Not 2 Saiyans Play versions, that is.
You know, we'd like to, but it's hard finding a nice 4-player game nowadays.
My best excuse for that one is just the fact that, for one, Gon is busy as hell.
Yeah. Gon has been super busy.
We've been fairly busy as well. It's trying to coordinate around all of our schedules to try to get that off the ground as well as keep up production of the episodes. That's really tough.
Yeah, even getting the 2 Saiyans plays done has been a little bit hard for you guys. You have to like set certain nights, and even sometimes that doesn't work out.
Yeah, sometimes. It's just kind of tough because back in the day, back when we used to record those were our free nights. That's what we used to do. We used to just sit around playing Left 4 Dead and thought, hey, what would happen if we just recorded these? So we did.
Yeah.
And it kind of went from there. And then everybody got busy, and it's been harder and harder ever since. So I don't know. maybe in the future, but it's kind of in the wind. Do you guys watch Game of Thrones?
Hell yeah.
I love Game of Thrones. I'm actually willing to start picking up the books now. If it was actually a finished book series, I think I'd be more comfortable. But the way I hear George R.R. Martin writes is, I don't want to have to wait 7 or 8 years between a book. It would kill me.
He can't let it go on this. Like, he has to speed up his production, otherwise the show will catch up to the books.
Although, can you imagine if it does, and then like the show has to end for a little while, but then like the final book just becomes a gigantic ass movie trilogy?
No, it wouldn't work. Then it would not work.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe all three of us love Game of Thrones. It's a great show. We love to watch it, and I really wish HBO would make it easier to watch. Because, unfortunately, Kaiser's still stuck on Season 2 because he doesn't want to pay for cable, let alone a full HBO subscription.
I finished Season 2.
You finished Season 2, okay, but you still can't watch Season 3, and meanwhile...
Because HBO, takes months and months and months to get their seasons out onto Blu-ray, and there's no other way to watch them. I'm still going to complain about that. I've had people say that it's petty for me to complain, but it's like, look, I would like to watch their series, but I'm not going to shell out like over $100 to do that a month. I just won't.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous how much an HBO subscription costs.
Yeah.
And for those out there saying, just pirate it, that's illegal. Shame on you.
Not that I wouldn't and then buy the Blu-rays. I would totally do that because I'm going to support Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But there's just no way for me to do that. So, I have to wait. I will always support something I love, though. I'll admit, I have pirated things in my lifetime, but I have always supported a series that I love.
All right. Here's an interesting one. What is your favorite Pokemon besides Chiaotzu?
Favorite Pokemon? That's a little difficult, actually.
I know, right? Because you have so many to choose from.
Oh, God, yeah. You got
Scyther.
Scyther?
Scyther used to be my favorite. Really,
he's a goddamn badass is what he is.
But he can't fly for some reason. It's ridiculous. Actually, if I had to admit, Bulbasaur is actually kind of my favorite.
Bulbasaur will always hold a special place in my heart for being the first Pokemon I ever had.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
After that, I think Mewtwo's kind of a badass. So
Mewtwo's pretty cool. God, it's tough, but I think like the one that's been in like almost all of my Pokemon sets. I don't know why I like this one so much. Probably because it just gets so much health later on. But I like Snorlax.
Oh,
Snorlax is cool.
Snorlax is pretty awesome. Plus, he always looks so chill.
Yeah,
adorbs.
Let's see. Will you be coming to Australia, specifically Perth, anytime soon?
If a convention in Perth asks for us and they fly us out,
This is one of our most common questions. Like, will you be coming to blank, or can you come to BlankCon? The way conventions usually work for us, we don't fly ourselves to these conventions because that's expensive. Let alone putting ourselves up.
No money for something like that.
Yeah. Conventions actually contact us and usually ask like, hey, you have a large amount of fan base here and we'd love to have you come on down to entertain fans, because their business, they're looking out for their fans. And at that point they ask us, to which we usually reply yes, unless something's going on or unless something's conflicting horribly for us. And from there we promote the con and we head out to the con. We have a great time with our fans, and we love meeting our fans. It's a great experience for us.
Yeah.
And it's always insanely humbling. But the best thing I can say is if you want us to come to like a local con, the best way to, get us out there is to
go to their forums and request
go to their forums, request us, talk to whoever, like if you know somebody who helps run the con, bring it up with them. If there's enough of a demand, usually the convention will submit to it.
This especially goes for all of California.
It's true. We really haven't gone to a Californian con, and that would be a lot of fun.
No, the thing is, on YouTube, you can track where a majority of your viewers are from. California is the highest.
California and New York are pretty big.
New York is second. Also, we've never been to New York either. Texas is third, and we've been to Texas.
Yep. So yeah, if you want us to go to one of your local conventions, just let them know, and hopefully they'll get around to it. I know it's kind of hard for most conventions to pull us because, we're a multi-person team and they wouldn't really know to contact. It's kind of confusing for us, but
Yeah.
Our contact info is on our website, etc. for any convention heads that might be listening.
It is.
Yeah, so those are a lot of fun. And let's see, next one. Oh, God, this does go a little back. Kaiser, what was your reaction to the end of BioShock Infinite?
What was my reaction?
Yeah, because in our last podcast, we were talking about, you were getting kind of close to the end. What was your reaction?
I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was a fantastic little ending. It like, some people couldn't make sense of it. I made sense of it almost no problem.
It's not too hard to make sense of. It's just, like, what was your reaction? Well, I remember talking to you about this. What was your reaction when you were finally teleported to... I'm not going to say where.
Oh, yeah,
but,
yeah. Well, like, I thought that was so, like, I love the entire idea that it presents because it's an idea that's been explored in many other mediums that involve time travel, but I love the way it handled it in this one, and the way that it wraps everything up is,
Some people chastise that part of the game. Some people chastise that game for being fan service. I'm just like, that fan service is awesome. Give me some more.
Yeah, how do you feel about
that part? When you're in that part, that was utter fan service. I wasn't a fan of that.
Yeah, but I loved it.
I loved it too.
I honestly just felt like it was just
and land your mindless sheep. Let us eat our hay.
Yeah, and I just kind of felt like it was the game trying to say, "Hey, remember BioShock 1?" I'm like, okay. Whatever.
Yes, we do. Thank you for the good memories. Thanks, BioShock Infinite. Give me more DLC.
Speaking of which, how do you feel about the new DLC coming out where it's an alternate universe where you're under the sea?
I'll actually buy it.
I'm curious. I'm going to wait to see the reviews of it. If they're good, then I'll get it.
I'm looking forward to it.
I always wait for the reviews of DLC, mostly especially, after some of the DLC for Borderlands 2, Big Game Hunt's a pile.
Okay, no, I'm going to say this because I just beat Big Game Hunt. Everything that wasn't the main quest sucked.
Yeah, see, the main quest is funny because the villain is funny.
Oh god, that bit at the end with Nakayama, the second I saw it happening, I'm just like, oh my god.
Actually, I have to say the side quest where you're hunting down the other Claptrap is pretty fucking funny.
Oh yeah, okay, and the Claptrap stuff was funny.
It's just very frustrating. I think the biggest issue I had with that was the size of where you were.
Yeah, it's too big.
The zones were enormous. Yeah. And number two, the enemies were awful. The shamans might be the worst thing.
The witch doctors are terrible.
Yeah,
is it the witch doctors? Okay, is that what they were? Okay, witch doctors might be the worst enemy unit I have fought in the past 6 years.
You can't hit their weak spot unless you're behind them. It's ridiculous.
Oh, it's so really bad. And the thing is, they just have too much health for what they do.
The worst was the Chupacabra one.
Oh, I didn't even get to that. I guess that one never showed up, or maybe I did. Maybe
lucky son of a bitch.
Oh, there was a vampire one, but
yeah, that's the Chupacabra one.
I annihilated that guy.
My best strategy for them was just to whip out a rocket launcher and just fire at their feet until they died.
I know, right?
And that shouldn't be it. And that's kind of the issue. I mean, like, a lot of the other DLC has just been fucking great. I had almost so much fun with all of it, and this is one of the few games where I've actually really enjoyed the DLCs. But Big Game Hunt, I think I got my money's worth. Luckily, the DLC after that was much better.
Torrigan, Bunkers and Badasses, those two are bloody fucking amazing. So,
Torg, I love Torg. I think.
I haven't gotten to that one yet, so don't spoil anything for me.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it, Lenny.
Yeah, I got the season pass, so luckily I got all that. So,
any more questions?
I got. Let's go with 2 more here.
Okay, cool.
All right, Taka, this applies to you. What happened to Helsing?
It is a show, featuring characters such as Alucard.
When can we see the next one?
When Kaiser feels like it.
Hey, don't put this on me, you son of a bitch.
I'm going for Youmacon. I've said this every time.
Well, yeah,
it's going to be one a year.
It's going to be Youmacon. I mean, we're trying to work on a 3.5 episode, but yeah, expect the next episode of Youmacon. We wanted to up it more, but we were so busy this summer. It was stupid.
Don't worry. Next year we'll be upping production for it. I can confirm that. Yes, we'll be working on it. I need to. Actually, funny enough, probably this weekend and the following days, me and Kaiser will have to start getting stuff on paper.
I'm looking forward to doing more major.
Yeah, he has a much more major role.
Ha!
Funny.
All right, here's one that I think we might have dealt with before, but I just like restating stuff. How would one become a voice actor for an abridged? Specifically, your abridged.
Well,
we have answered this one.
I know
several times. I refuse to answer it again. I'm not even joking.
I'll answer the first part. How does one become a voice actor for abridged? A, know somebody who's making one, or B, make one yourself. That's how all of us started.
Yeah,
it's true.
One of the best things I ever was sent, it was on my actual private box on YouTube, was this guy asked me, where do I put in a resume to be a professional voice actor? And I went, if only, man, if only.
Put it in the voice actor box.
Yep. It is above a furnace of harsh criticism.
Yeah, I think, the best way to do it is just to do it. I know that's a really crappy answer, but that's kind of the way it is, especially for something where it's, like a fan project. Just start making it. That's all there really is. If it turns out good, people tend to notice. You get into the quote-unquote community, and that's how it is. Is that a good explanation? That's a good enough explanation for that, I guess. I don't know. And sorry if I sounded like I was trying to do a obnoxious voice for those, but both of those were all in caps lock, so I don't know how else to translate that.
Not to mention that question.
That question, yeah, we get that question a lot. It's probably one of our biggest questions. Can I be blank, or is there a chance that you guys are looking for actors? That's probably our most common question, other than where's the next episode.
And it's not that we don't
which is on here.
It's not that we don't appreciate people being interested, and that we don't want to discourage them from trying to do this sort of thing. But we've answered it.
We have answered that question a lot. So yeah, if you have any questions that you'd like answered on the next TeamFourStar podcast, which hopefully will be less than 2 months away, feel free to message us on YouTube, leave the subject matter, or leave the subject as mailbag, and I'll try to sort through it.
I demand more questions about my opinions on game endings.
I heard his opinion on gay men, so yeah.
Kaiser, what did you think of the end of World of Warcraft?
I'll get you.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, it's recording.
Okay, good. Penis!
It's not all about what you want. So we'll start in 3, 2. Hello, I'm Kaiser Necka. Oh, wait, no. Damn it.
I forgot the welcome to the TeamFourStar podcast thing. You fucking failure!
We haven't done this in too long.
I don't blame.
I blame me.
I blame America.
Thanks, Obama.
All right. Starting in 3, 2. God damn it!
That'll make a good outro. Tail.
All right, now don't f***ing interrupt me, or I'm gonna gut you. After I deball you.
And then shove your balls in your guts.
So you'll have ball guts.
They are words up the wall.
They are all words.
This is gonna be a fun night.
Anyway. 3, 2.